Alright, what's going on YouTube? Airguns of Michigan, Moose here. And I wanted to do a follow-up of the Brocock Ghost that I released the video on this morning. And I did not intend to leave this part out, but you know, I generally shoot my videos kind of off the hip and just kind of, you know, go with the flow and do whatever. And so I left out one really kind of majorly important part about this gun is it is caliber changeable. And you know, like I said, I did not intend to leave that part out of the video. I was just kind of in the flow, and quite honestly, it just kind of slipped my mind. And you know, so I wanted to apologize for you guys that have checked out the Brocock Ghost video that I did, and just say, hey, I forgot to mention the coolest part is that you can change calibers. I don't know if the barrel kits are available yet. They may be, but you know, if you buy it in 177, you can make it well, in the compact version and in the plus version it's 177 and 22, but if you get the high power, you can do everything from 177 to 30 cal. So you know, it's really, it really is a pretty, I like it, man. I really do. It's a very capable air gun for sure. You know, like I said in my video, the power wheel I'm not too keen on, just because it just doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, I guess you could kind of consider it a micro tune, if you will. But you know, I would expect a little bit more tunability out of that power wheel, or that whatever you want to call it, wheel. I guess power wheel. The most I got out of it was about 20 foot-pounds or feet per second from max to minimum. But overall, man, that Brocock Ghost is it really is a nice gun. You can expect that the majority of your tuning is going to be in the regulator itself, and with that Huma reg in there, it does an excellent job. Now, full disclosure, I did not degas the gun between adjusting the regulator high or low, because they are supposedly able to be adjusted down, asterisk, slowly, very slowly. So, you know, if you are at 130 bar and you want to go to 125 bar, I would recommend the tried and true way of basically, I was turning it probably a 16th of a turn, and then I would fire the gun. And then I would turn it down a 16th of a turn, fire the gun. Just so there wasn't too much pressure built up on the regulator as I'm trying to adjust it down. So, but I had no problems whatsoever. The regulator is very, very well made. Obviously, Huma makes the best regulators in my opinion. And, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, was easy to do. So you can expect the majority of your tuning to come from that. And then, like I said, with the multi-caliber kit, I mean, that's just really cool. Being able to, you know, change out barrels. I'm glad to see another airgun company finally getting on board with that. You know, I've heard of, you know, Red Wolves can be caliber changed. Well, maybe they can, but, you know, find a barrel kit for a Red Wolf, because they're just nowhere around. You know, and find a probe at the same time. It's like, I mean, I think they had the right intention of doing those things. I just don't think they ever made it to come to fruition. And finally, you know, Diana, who, I guess, well, Diana, Brocock, and Daystate are all owned by the same company. But finally they said, hey, you know what, let's do this Ghost and let's actually make it caliber changeable, which, like I said, I thought was excellent on Brocock's part to do that. You know I talked about it in the video, but man, the trigger is just outstanding. It is adjustable. I did not adjust that one. I didn't need to. But yeah, it's a nice air gun. It really is. I'm going to probably be doing a quick follow-up video with one of the high powers in 22. And, you know, well, if it lasts. The only two I have access to is a plus and one and 22 in high power. So, but overall, man, great air gun. Can't complain a bit. We're going to be doing the Prophet 2 this week as well. Right on. So for those of you guys that are interested in looking at a Prophet 2, they're going to be carried by HPP, and I'm going to be doing a review probably next week, and then we'll get that out. I've got my I don't really remember, but they are available through High Pressure Pneumatics, so you can take a look on his website. They are live on his website, the two that he has in. Take a look there. I really do not remember. Reasonable, I mean, for, you know, a high-end air gun, so you know, but like I said, it's a good platform. I did really enjoy shooting it. I think that for me, I would probably rather have the 700 millimeter barrel in the high power. Not to say that the plus doesn't hold a good spot, because I'll tell you what, that thing was very accurate for what it was. I was shooting 50 yards in my video with wind and still put together an 1.25 inch group. So that was that, and that was a full mag. It really is a very accurate air gun. So, you know, if you're looking for that small game pesting or just backyard fun, you know, in 177 or 22, you know, the compact with the small bottle or the plus with the larger bottle, you know, they're great air guns. I got a tremendous amount of shots. They are 250 bar fill, and I would say I probably got, I don't know, 7 mags maybe. I really don't recall, because I was just having so much fun. And I was doing a lot of chronograph testing at the time and moving my regs up and down, so it was kind of unfair to say, hey, this is how many shots you potentially could get, because obviously it depends upon the regulator settings. So, you know, I mean, I always thought that was kind of a, you know, like a loaded kind of question of sorts, simply because your regulator is obviously going to dictate how many shots you should get. So, you know, if you're shooting a heavier pellet and you're running 140, 150 reg, you know, you're not going to get as many shots as if you're running a lighter pellet like I was at about 100 bar. You know, so, you know, it's kind of one of those things. I always thought it was just kind of a little deceptive, you know, because everybody will put out there and they'll say, you know, oh, you know, you should expect to get 80 shots. You know, well, that's generally factory tuned, and, you know, not necessarily where your tune ended up. So you might only get 50 shots. But overall, like I said, great air gun. Don't have anything bad to say about it, really, other than the safety issue. I didn't really care for the safety placement on it. What's up, Daniel? But it is what it is. So I'm gonna hop off of here and go jump back onto Instagram. They let me out of punishment today. Thank you, Instagram. And I totally understand, you know, I'm not even mad at Instagram. While I necessarily don't agree with YouTube and Instagram, Facebook with their liberal views and their ridiculous community standards, rules are still rules, and, you know, it is what it is. Here, get me kicked off of YouTube, bro. Well, maybe not, because I didn't say it. But, you know, yep, so there's your price. But I'm going to jump off of here. I appreciate you guys following along, and I'm going back over to Instagram to do a live there for the people that follow me over there. If you're not following me on Instagram, then go over to Instagram, follow me over there, and join me for a live right now. We talk a little bit more in depth. So, until then, take care, be good to each other. God bless.